Okay, so let's talk about AI. It's not coming, it's already here, right in our classrooms. And adapting to it doesn't mean you have to tear up your entire lesson plan. Today, we're going to break down 5 really small but super powerful shifts that can make a huge impact on how we teach and how our students learn.
So, here's the big question, right? The one that I'm sure is on every educator's mind. Is AI making our students smarter, or is it just making them better at finding answers? It really gets to the heart of the challenge. Are these tools actually building real understanding, or are they just, a shortcut that skips over all the hard work where the real learning happens? That's the tension we're diving into.
And I think this quote just frames it perfectly. Look, this isn't about AI taking over anyone's job. Not at all. It's about realizing that the process of learning itself is fundamentally changing. And because of that, we've got to adapt how we teach to guide that new process.
All right, here's the game plan. First, we'll tackle the big new question AI poses for classrooms. Then, we'll get into the good stuff, focusing on the why and building smarter habits. And we'll wrap it all up with the big takeaway, how all of this actually sharpens our teaching skills.
Okay, first things first. Let's dig into this new challenge, what we're calling the polished answer problem.
So, what's the biggest shift? It's this. Students can now hand in a perfect-looking final answer without ever showing their work. Think about it. The struggle, the rough drafts, those aha moments, all that messy but totally essential stuff where learning happens, it can all just disappear behind a clean AI-generated response. And if you can't see the thinking, how can you be sure any real learning actually took place? So, if the problem is that the learning process has become invisible, well, the solution is pretty straightforward. We have to make it visible again. This next part is all about shifting our focus away from just the what, the final product, and onto the why and the how.
Okay, shift number 1, make thinking visible more often. And this is so simple. You don't have to redesign your entire project. Just add one tiny little thinking step. Ask something like, explain one decision you made while working on this. Or, hey, highlight the specific detail that really shaped your interpretation. It's such a small question, but trust me, it makes a world of difference. It forces their thinking right out into the open.
And this leads us right into the second shift, which is all about moving away from simple production. I mean, think about it. If an AI can spit out a perfect essay in 5 seconds, then the act of just producing an essay isn't where the value is anymore, right? The real currency now is in the thinking that goes on behind the scenes.
Just look at this comparison. The old prompt might be, produce an essay. An AI can do that, no problem. But the new prompt, justify your interpretation. See the difference? The first one is just a task. The second one is a real cognitive demand. That requires a student to actually weigh the evidence, to make choices, and to defend those choices. You can't just outsource that to a machine. It's a tiny language tweak that brings the whole focus back to human thinking.
So how do you actually do this? Well, here's a super simple action loop. Step 1. Take a look at your assignments and figure out which parts an AI could easily do. Step 2. Add one little justification prompt. Something like, why is this approach stronger than another one? And step 3, get even more specific. Ask them why this quote or this piece of evidence is a better fit than another one. It's a simple, repeatable cycle you can plug into pretty much any lesson. All right, let's move on to our next big idea, building smarter habits. This is all about creating new routines that just make sense in a world with AI.
Here's the thing about AI. It can be incredibly, confidently wrong. It literally just makes stuff up sometimes. So because of that, verification, checking sources, confirming facts, that can't be an optional skill anymore. It's not a nice to have. It has to become a normal, everyday practice in the classroom.
And that brings us to 2 more key shifts, and these 2 really go together. First, we need to do more short, low-stakes checks, just to see where students are at and catch any misconceptions. And second, we have to build that act of verification into our everyday classroom practice. And hey, this isn't just an English or a social studies skill. It applies everywhere. In a history class, you could have students compare an AI-generated summary against actual primary source documents. In science, they could check if an AI's explanation lines up with a known scientific model. And in math, they can go through an AI solution step by step to make sure every single one follows the right rule. It's about making verification a part of every single subject. Okay, our final shift. And honestly, this one might just be the most important of all. It's all about setting boundaries. At the end of the day, AI is just a tool. And like any powerful tool, students need to be crystal clear on when it helps their learning and when it actually gets in the way. Setting those boundaries is absolutely crucial.
And a great way to do this is with a super simple, memorable rule. Call it the rehearsal, not answers rule. The idea is that students should feel free to use AI to practice skills, but not to get the final answer. So for example, you could say, go ahead and use AI to practice brainstorming thesis statements, but make it clear they can't use it to write the actual essay. It frames AI as a tool for practice, not for the final performance.
So, what's the big picture here? What's the main takeaway from all these shifts? It's really not about being afraid of AI. It's about using this moment as a chance to get even sharper and more intentional in our teaching.
It's really just 5 small adjustments. That's it. Number 1, make their thinking visible. 2, shift from just production to justification. 3, do more quick checks. 4, make verification a daily habit. And 5, set clear boundaries. See? None of these are massive, earth-shattering changes, but together they are incredibly powerful ways to protect and even enhance real deep learning.
And this quote really says it all, doesn't it? AI doesn't replace pedagogy, it sharpens it. This technology is forcing us all to get laser-focused on what really matters in education: critical thinking, being able to justify your reasoning, and genuine understanding. It doesn't make teachers obsolete, it just sharpens our focus on the very things that matter most.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. After hearing all this, what's the one small shift, just one, that you'll make in your classroom this week?